Do you want to become more confident as an artist? Then I got some really good and simple tips for you. The first one is try to start with smaller pages. Having a lot of space to draw on is really helpful and usually recommended, but the reason I tell you to start with a smaller canvas is that this way it's less scary to start drawing. Sometimes we look at that whole page and we are intimidated by it. Even if it's on a sketchbook, even if it's just a doodle and nothing really final, we start questioning ourselves. What if I make a mistake? What if I mess it all up? What if I don't center my drawing well enough? Or what if I start my drawing, I draw things too big and then I run out of space for everything? Even if there are ways to plan your drawings to avoid these things from happening, the truth is that a blank canvas will always scare us a bit, especially as a beginner artist. This was something that I struggled with a lot. At school we mostly use A3 paper, which is quite big to work on. Of course, as time went by, I got used to it and it doesn't look like such a monster paper anymore. But in general, I really never liked drawing on big paper. It's a whole lot of space and nowadays I mostly work digital, but if I work traditionally, I really enjoy making smaller drawings with very few details. I discovered this preference after using sketchbooks and sketchbooks that always felt too big for me. It wasn't comfortable. Nowadays I usually use an A6 sketchbook or even smaller. It's perfect for small doodles, notes, tests, and I can carry it with me everywhere. Of course, this is a personal preference and we all have different methods, but if you are having some trouble with starting a blank page, try a smaller size. You'll see that you'll feel much more confident. Now, my next tip for you is to practice the same thing over and over. Let's say you want to draw hands. Yes, that very scary subject for us artists. This is a very good example because a lot of people don't feel very confident in drawing hands and are always afraid of drawing them. And I could add myself to this list up until very recently. And actually the thing that helped with that was exactly it, drawing them over and over again. I made this video and you can check it on my channel, I'll leave a link in the description, where I challenge myself to draw hands for an hour every day for a week. And that was it. Before that, I almost always avoided hands if I could. Or if I had to draw them, I'd keep them very simple because, well, I'm lazy and I also didn't want to spend too long on them, fixing them over and over. But now, it's something I actually look forward to. I'm not afraid if they're gonna look weird anymore. I actually embrace that and I understood that hands don't need to be perfect, just like everything else really. So basically, if drawing something scares you, then the answer is draw it. Draw it for a bit every single day until you feel confident about drawing it. You'll not only learn a lot, but you'll also feel assured about it. You won't have any more second thoughts when thinking about drawing hands or any other subject that feels uncomfortable for you. Now, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to leave it a like and subscribe for more. And now, besides practicing often the things you don't feel confident about, another thing you can do is to take a bit of a break from that and do more of the things you love. When you're drawing something you really enjoy, you're not thinking about its end result. You're not afraid if you're gonna mess up or not. Generally because it's something you're already very comfortable with, but because you end up enjoying the whole process of that creation. And this is really important. The reason we're often unconfident about our art is because we're thinking too much about the end result. Is it gonna look as good as I imagine it? Are other people going to like it? These are just some of the things we overthink when drawing something. However, if we focus more on the whole process and how good that feels, chances are the end result will be up to our expectations. So if you're feeling a bit tired of studies and of learning new things, take a break and go back to the things you truly love. Now, something else that will help you immensely into being more confident with your art is understanding that there is no perfection. We always want our drawings to be perfect, but what is perfect? That art from your artist that you just saw might look perfect for you, but you don't know what goes through the artist's mind. The author of the drawing will always see mistakes or things that can be improved on their art, things that you won't see. And that applies to you too. You want perfection, but the truth is you'll almost always find things to improve. And that's actually a good thing. We're always learning and always improving. Perfection is something that doesn't exist because there's always something else to get better at. That's what you want to strive for. That hunger for new knowledge, seeing yourself get better at some things and find new ones to learn. Instead of reaching for the perfect drawing every single time, reach for something that makes you happy. Think about things that you like, draw them, and enjoy the result at the end. You learn that you can actually really like drawings that have some mistakes or that need some improvement here and there. I often have drawings where I too late realize there's something I could have done better, but that won't stop me from liking that drawing. I'll just take a mental note about it and pay more attention next time. Now finally, don't hide your mistakes. This is closely connected with the point I made before, but the main reason we don't feel confident about drawing and shy away from it a lot of times is because we're afraid of the mistakes we might make. And here's the thing, mistakes are part of it. You need to internalize that. Look forward to those mistakes instead. It's a sign that there's still more to learn, so draw wherever you want, make the mistakes, and next time there will be fewer mistakes. You got this! Just take that step, overcome your fears, and you'll see it will become easier to be confident in your art. Alright, and another small tip that might help is to like and subscribe for more art motivation. This is it. Remember, keep on drawing.